I want to welcome you to my twin home builds. I built twin houses in Galveston, Texas. I've already done a video on the blue house where I gave you a tour of the house. I gave a little bit of information on the origin story of the house. The house that I want to showcase today is actually the first one I completed, the red house. Unfortunately, I have to rely on the photos I took during construction and the video that I took during construction. So I just started this YouTube channel a couple months ago, and back when I was taking this video, I didn't even have a concept of uploading anything to YouTube. So please bear with me on the quality of the photos and the video, but I feel like the videos that I do have and the photos I do have, I feel like they tell a really great story of the construction of this home. These are twin houses. The design is based on a home design that my son and I designed together when I built his house. He and I came up with the design together, and then I basically took that design and then just blew it up. His was a much more modest design. This one was like my dream, artistic, make everything as artistic as possible. I think I accomplished that. I think what's important to me with these homes, and during the design, during the construction, I just keep coming back to the idea that I want this home to tell a story. And when people walk in, I want them to be able to feel that there's something more to this house. Yes, it's new construction, but there are pieces in this house that tell a story. There are pieces in this house that have lived multiple lives. I try to put things into the home that are curated and artful and have a past and have, lived another life somewhere else. Because new construction can be so soulless. Even though I absolutely love new construction, because I love taking a plot of land and then turning it into something that is going to be somebody's home, a place where people make memories. So much happens within the walls of a home. I just want it to be something special. Every project always starts with graph paper and a pencil. Then my architect puts it into CAD for the engineer. This is my first attempt at my design for the Ingle Nook. It'll go through a lot of changes throughout the project. And I love this. The two empty lots, so much potential. I have to say, piling day is always nerve-wracking along with super exciting, because this is when the project starts. All the planning, all the anticipation, all the care that has gone into the design of this home is now starting to come to fruition. At this point, we're about 4 months away from completion, and that's so exciting. Not to mention the fact that I love piling day, because I just find it fascinating to watch the large machinery pound those giant pilings into the ground. Here's my next iteration of the Ingle Nook. I'm pointing out the stained glass windows on either side because this is shortly after I found the stained glass windows I knew I would be using at Galveston Historic Foundation. The colors are perfect, the design was perfect, and now I just had to figure out where to incorporate them, and this seemed like the perfect option. I love when framing starts. Other than the end when all my design comes together, framing is definitely my favorite part. I'm fascinated to see this completely raw lumber turned into a home, and it happened so quickly. I never get tired of this part of the project. I wanted to showcase this just to show the care and the thought that goes into designing something so simple as the end of a rafter tail. Soon to be rafters lined up, ready to go up. The last one notched for the outlookers, the overhang in the back. I wanted to show this detail, this very specific cut that my framer has to make on every single rafter. Right there, that's because that's the material that sits on top of it that you see when you're looking from below. And generally I put beadboard up there. And then, of course, this is notched where it sits into the plate. So yeah, lots of cuts so that you can do my exposed rafter tails. And there you have it, the long line of open rafter tails. My framer really takes his time on this to make sure that he gets the radius right and gets everything exactly perfect. He definitely takes pride in his work, and that's why I love working with him so much. This is something that was done a lot in historic homes, but it's not so common in modern homes because it does take a lot more time and effort. The day they started on that gable design, I was so excited. I had been dreaming about this since I discovered the home that inspired this gable design. And to watch it come together was absolutely fascinating. And the way that my engineer designed this, there's so many cuts and so many notches that had to be made. It's fascinating. And the precision that had to go into making these cuts. And my framer did it. And he did it well. But because these were so heavy, we had to use a telehandler to get them up to the second floor because this was a raised house. Okay, so out here working on my front porch detail. And I'm pretty sure this is going to turn out to be the most expensive front porch that my framer has ever built. I wish I could explain well how many cuts had to be made to make this work. The amount of cuts, the amount of notches is insane. So this is a 6x6. These are the small timbers. The big timbers are the dark ones that are already up. And we're almost ready. There's just like a few more pieces that are going in. It's not easy. And I'm pretty sure no other framer on the island can do this except my framer. Or at least not do it well. We're lifting up the last, well, not the last. There's this one and then one more after this. Oh my God. Oh my God, there's nothing like this on the island. Oh my God. It's kind of hard to see exactly how cool this is from this angle, but it's incredible. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. One more piece. And then the roof goes on, and we're done. And wow, just check it out. You can see how incredible this gable design is. It was definitely the centerpiece of the design. So here my framer is working on my staircase. I knew I wanted a curved staircase that started out wide at the end and then got narrow at the top. I wanted that grand, beautiful entrance. And wow, he really knocked it out of the park too. And of course, I had to go with bold colors. Everyone thought I was crazy when I said I wanted to paint the house red. But it's really all about choosing the right tone of red. And all the other colors that are complementing it really make it a cohesive design. I love the way the ceiling of the porch turned out. It definitely has the wow factor. I know that this kind of color combination, as bold as it is definitely not for everyone. But a lot of craftsman homes were very bold colors, very earthy colors, and even though it's red, the tonality of it gives it a very earthy vibe. Super happy with how this one turned out. As amazing as the front of this house was turning out, I still felt like there was something missing. And then it came to me. Brick pillars on either side of that grand staircase. That was it. And wow, they turned out incredible. Let's talk about this particular fireplace, stained glass window, ingle nook situation. Just so that you can kind of better understand. Right here, there's going to be a wall here. That's for a pocket door. Right here, there's going to be a bench. You can sit. See, here's the stained glass, the other side of it, and there will be a light that will be a sconce that will come out here and shine in here. There will be bookcases. Then it will go up this wall. Here is a fireplace. You're going to have some really cool handmade tile on the fireplace. Over here is the other stained glass window installed. And again, back here, you're going to have a little bench seating area, bookcases that will go all the way to the 10-foot, top of the 10-foot ceilings there. And again, we're going to have a light that will come out here. You can see right there, the one side, back behind there, a little seating area and bookcase, fireplace. Back behind this one, a little seating area and a bookcase behind. And this is what's referred to as an ingle nook in the fireplace. And like I said, when the lights are behind it, they'll light up behind it and it's just going to glow. All those colors are just really going to pop. Hi there. I wanted to share with you something that I recently got in the mail, that I ordered all of my light switches from a company in the UK that does kitchen design. They're the solid brass light switches. And I've seen pictures of them, of course, but seeing them in person, it's just incredible. And so this is it. And like I said, it's solid brass. It's got this really cool switch that has such a great feel to it. I mean, it has this little kind of ball detail on the end, and I mean, you can just see the craftsmanship in this is incredible. And the cool thing about something like this is that it's gonna age really well. It's, like I said, it's solid brass. Your fingerprints, of course, are going to get on here. You're going to leave your oils and everything. And it's just going to antique over time. It's just going to look actually even better over time. I'm so excited to get these and to see them installed. This was something that really meant a lot to me. I feel like you use the light switch every single day. Why not make it a really beautiful experience? When I was designing for lighting. I take a trip to Round Top and I find a lot of really interesting vintage lighting. About this delivery that I got today. It was from a place called Nostalgic Warehouse, and they make reproductions of historic pieces like hardware and things like that. So anyway, oh, the cat. I felt that. So I wanted to show you, I got this really cool pocket door hardware, the pocket door pull. There's bumblebees. I mean, just the detail on that I just think is so beautiful. And it just feels solid. It's like solid brass. So this is kind of hard to tell, but it's one of those cabinet latches. But it's two pieces. The cat has missed me. It's two pieces, and it's like one of those cabinet latch things. So this is going to go on the doors for the cabinets in the new kitchen. Be excited about that. And then this other one, this is actual door hardware, so not pocket doors. I use a lot of pocket doors in my home. It's because it saves space, but I do have some swinging doors. I'm doing a craftsman style home, and not that I need to make it all period correct, because I'd like to add in sort of my eclectic taste to it and my artful designs, but I love the old hardware because I feel like it just has such a good feel to it, and I love the detail. I mean, back when they used to really put detail and art and care into those things. When you're building a new house, everything, of course, is new generally, right? So it's actually more difficult to add that character and add those artful touches because the house didn't come with it, right? It started out just a raw piece of land. So you have to kind of really go searching for that stuff. But anyway, this is going to be the hardware for the craftsman that I'm building. So this is it. Isn't that beautiful? It's just so much better than, you know, just something new that you find at Home Depot or Wayfair or something. It's solid. The finish on it is absolutely gorgeous. There's two of those, of course, right? A front and a back plate. And then let's see what the knobs look like. Oh, they're heavy. I mean, they have a really good weight to them. You can just tell it's well made. Oh yeah. So that's the actual knob. I mean, just the detail in that knob is incredible. So you can imagine, of course, it'll be like this. And it just feels so good. And it's something you're gonna grab this, you know, 10 times a day or more. And why not have it be, you know, a beautiful experience? I'm not trying to make them all period exact. That's not really my purpose here. But something like this, it fits the style of the home, and it's beautiful. You can see in this photo where my framer is out there actually building the frame for the curved frame for the vent hood.
I put together several different mood boards for this project. Mostly I was focused on the living room and the kitchen dining area. A big part of these mood boards were the handmade tiles by Erica Williams. This house has more of her handmade tile than any house I've ever done. The design, I kind of gave her the colors I was thinking and the fact that it was going to be a craftsman home, and she came up with the design of the imprint of the palm leaves, and it turned out beautifully, and that's what goes on the fireplace. I took the dimensions of the face of the fireplace and laid everything out exactly on the floor for my tile guys so that they would know exactly how to install it on the fireplace. I did the exact same thing with the curved vent hood. I laid out all the tile ahead of time, the little small tiles that are in those beautiful reds, blushes. The tones are just incredible, and they work so well with everything going in the room. I love it. It turned out so beautifully. Very important to me to highlight local artists. I want people to realize that gallery art is not unattainable. When you buy a piece of art from an artist at a gallery, an original piece, that makes a true tangible difference in their lives. And the other thing too is that you will oftentimes make a connection with that artist when you buy their art, which is to me the best part. I wanted to do an art installation by a graffiti artist that's well known here in Houston. His name is Wiley. I had this little bar area. It was kind of off to the side in the hallway. Decided I wanted to turn it into a wet bar, but I wanted to do something interesting in there. And at first I was thinking wallpaper, but no. And I thought, let's have this graffiti artist come in and do an art installation in the bar. And when he came to Galveston, I told him, hey, you have carte blanche, you do whatever you want. I trust your vision, you look at it, I love your work, whatever you want to do, just go for it. And he did, and it turned out beautifully. The thing that I love about it is that most of the house is pretty traditional, and that small little bar area is just enough edginess that it really gives a lot of interest and depth and is completely unexpected. Then there was this piece of art by a good friend of mine named Katie Anderson. She's a photographer, and there's this beautiful photograph of hers that I have seen and absolutely loved. And I when I saw that piece of photography of hers, that art, I knew that it would go beautifully in that bar area against that amazing graffiti art. The entire concept of that little bar area, that small little slice of bar area, it is just perfect.